All right. It's been a while since I posted on here, but I thought I'd share with you guys how I made about $2,700 in 11 days, starting from being absolutely homeless. Had 71 cents in my account. Wanted to share the lessons and everything like that because, I want to inspire anyone that ever comes back and watches this video that you can literally start from anywhere, because you can. And number one thing that I'm going to say is this is going to be fucking controversial. A lot of you aren't going to agree with this, but I genuinely believe with the bottom of my heart, that a business is safer than a job, or being self-employed is safer than a job. But growing up, we're always taught to go follow the system, to go work the 9 to 5, to go get a job. It's the safe option. But you don't grow that way. And obviously within your corporation and things like that, or whatever job you're in, you can grow and everything like that. But personally, in my opinion, let me know if you agree or disagree. I think working a 9 to 5 job isn't as safe as going out and learning the skills to start a business or be self-employed. Obviously, both have their pros and cons, but that's just my take. Anyway, but I wanted to share a couple of lessons in the hopes that it helps anyone or inspires anyone to start and make a change. So number one is it's so good for your soul. Growing up, we're put in this fearful scarcity lack mindset growing up that we're not really good enough, or you can't do that. We always put these limitations on top of us. And going and knocking like probably 1,000 doors, but probably more than that actually now, completely changed my perspective, completely changed my outlook on life and how much bullshit there is and how other people put their limitations on you. You know, your friends, your family, your parents, all this saying like, you can't do that, you can't do this, etc., blah, blah, blah. And truth of the matter is all they're doing is putting their limitations on what they think that they can't do onto you. They're projecting it out on to you. And so what I realized is it's so good for your soul. So good for your soul. When you go up and knock on a door, you have all this fear inside of you. You know, when you're a little kid or when you were growing up, you'd go visit your parents. You go visit your parents' friends. They'd offer you like a glass of water, or you go to your friend's house, or they'd offer you food. And you'd be like, well, you'd want it, right? You might have been outside playing with them the whole time. And then when you want it, your mum and dad and they've always told you, nah, that's rude. You can't accept that. Why do you think now that you have so much fear? Why do you think now that you have so much scarcity? Why do you think now that you have all this worry and fear? It's because of all these little experiences in your head. Growing up, you were told like, no, you can't do that. All this. And all that is other people putting their experiences, putting their perception of how they view the world onto you. And you don't have to live it like that. So that was the number one lesson that I did learn, is that like, so good for your soul. When you're walking up, all this fear inside of you, you don't want to do it, but you do it anyway. And I guarantee you, if you go knock 1,000 doors, you'll never really worry about fear again. Right? It doesn't matter if you're talking to a woman. I've talked to women way better now than what I used to. And life's just gotten way better. Simply by going and knocking doors, selling some lawn mowing services. But number two is that, and it's probably going to be the last one actually, because I think it's really important, is that it raises your level of awareness. It shows you what's actually possible in terms of like, people, all the news and all this bullshit, they say like, oh, people don't have money and all that crap. And it's bullshit. All this cost of living crap. And obviously, there's some truth to it. But when you go around, people are willing to pay if they have a problem. People are willing to pay if they don't want to do something. Think about something that you want to do that you pay for, right? People are willing to pay for it. And what I realized is like, even though I was doing lawns and stuff, is I realized people didn't like cleaning their windows, people didn't like cleaning their gutters. If there's some simple shit that you would think you'd even have an idea of knowing how to do, you can do it, and people will pay for it. And that's what I realized so quickly. And it starts to raise your level of awareness of how much opportunity there actually is. Because once you start to see that you can solve one problem, you go, oh, well, maybe I can clean their windows, maybe I can clean their gutters in the winter, maybe I can do all these other things. And even when you're walking along the street, you're like, oh, that car needs washed. You start to just look at life through a business lens, and you start to think, I can make quick, easy money like that if I go help them and solve a problem for them. And that's what I realized super quick, was like, holy fuck, people do have money. People are willing to pay to solve their problems, and there's money everywhere, right? When you start to look at it, money is energy, and money is people not doing the things that they don't want to do, then that creates an opportunity. And when you start to see through that lens, Obviously, I haven't made that much compared to like social media, but it just starts to raise your awareness, and yeah, it's super interesting. Yeah, first day I made like $60. Second day I made like 1,300. Got a massive like client. Second day, learned a lot of lessons. I mean, I probably should have made more profit from that one, but I didn't because I didn't work out all the logistics. But one thing I will say is, like, if you get an opportunity anywhere, just say yes. Even if you don't know how to do it, you just say yes, right? Because you'll figure it out pretty quick. If you put yourself in the situation where you have to do it, just say yes. It's like, yeah. What else? Yeah, and when you're going up and knocking on the door, I'd walk around in circles before I even went up and knock on the door. And, like, I still feel some of the fear now, but it gets so much damn better, and the rest of your life gets so much better as well. I'm in the best shape possible that I've been in a long time. My confidence is through the roof. My outlook on life is way better, and making money while doing it. So, yeah, I got another couple of videos coming out pretty soon. One of like how I'm not homeless anymore, but that'll be on the next one. One of what I'm doing next and how it can help you guys. I'm not selling anything, by the way. And yeah, God bless. Love you all.